Alright guys, today I'm going to talk about a dream I had last night. I don't remember what number crazy dream I'm on, but it's one of those videos again. So I was dreaming about something, kind of like a video game I think. I can't remember what the first part of the dream was. But the middle part of the dream, and I'll tell you how you can kind of see how your brain works in a minute. Because like stuff you've been doing recently kind of makes you dream certain things. But like I'm on this bus, and it's not like a typical bus. It's like a airplane seating, and you got like two seats on the left, and you got a middle row. It's like a super wide bus or something. I don't know where we're going. I think we're going like across country, because that would make sense. Because I'm sitting in the middle seat by myself, and all of a sudden, this guy kind of sits next to me and pushes me off. I think it was Steve-O from Jackass. And he says, "Make way for the Joe Rogan crew." And I'm like, what? So, like, I sit over here in the other seat. I think there's some girl next to me or something. And Joe Rogan, Tony Hinchcliffe, and I want to say Mark Norman was the third guy. Like, three of them sit down in the middle seat. And it's kind of like celebrities have appeared, so everybody kind of starts talking to them and stuff. I think it was Mark Norman because I remember he was a dark-haired comedian, and I was going to tell him how I liked his comedy or something, but I couldn't remember what his name was. I didn't want to embarrass myself. So I didn't want to seem like one of those guys that wants to just annoy Joe Rogan and like start chatting about random shit. So I was thinking, what can I say to Joe Rogan? And I was thinking, well, first of all, there's this Japanese woman in front of me. She has this kid with her. And she starts talking in Japanese. And she can't speak any other language. But I can kind of understand it a little bit because I know a little bit Japanese. So I'm listening to her. And she's talking about us being Americans or where we're going or something. Like, what are we doing? And she said she worked at SBC Global. Which she said, SBC Global. So I didn't even know that was a real company, but apparently it is. And that's kind of how your brain works. Like, I guess I must have heard that somewhere. It's like AT&T is like the parent company. I looked it up. Like, it's a real place. And I've always been fascinated by the way you can, like, sometimes you could dream stuff that you didn't know beforehand. So it's like you're pulling information out of the ether, sort of, like, kind of like a way a psychic would when you're dreaming it. But it all could have been, like, subliminal. Like, I heard SBC Global somewhere before. It has nothing to do with where I work or anything I've been involved with. It's some kind of weird corporate telecommunications firm or something. Maybe I saw it in a movie. I don't know. Thought that was interesting, though. So I'm like, what can I talk to Joe Rogan about? And I said, hey, Joe, have you seen those new Meat Eater episodes that have come on Netflix? He's like, yeah. You know what you ought to do? And he starts looking on his phone. Like, this motherfucker's ignoring me. He just, like, started to tell me something. And then he just, like, forgot about it. Then all of a sudden, he's like, he's been hacking into the bus with his phone or something. He has, like, a secret celebrity program in there. And all of a sudden, the back half of the bus, all the people on it just vanish. And the bottom floor of the bus turns into, like, a video screen. I think he's playing Meat Eater on the video screen. I'm like, oh, he wasn't ignoring me. He's showing me stuff with his crazy hacking phone that only celebrities have. So I'm like, well, that's cool as fuck, Joe. How did you do that? And it was like these little tiny cameras on the side of the bus that was like projecting it. I guess they weren't cameras, they were projectors. And it was kind of like a weird 3D effect, kind of like you're on one of those glass bottom boats or something. And there was like a set of drums in the middle of this whole screen. I think that appeared later, but I remember it appeared at some point. And this came about because recently I was over at the church next door. And my boss was showing me around all these instruments. He has like a keyboard, like some bongo drums. He's got like an actual set of drums. I got on those. I kind of played around a little bit. So that made me dream about a drum set on this bus. And then this Asian dude was like, I'm going to play those drums. And he did. I don't know why I'm dreaming about so many Asians. Well, he didn't have any drumsticks, so he used like some tongs. And they're like kind of sharp on the end. I'm like, you don't want to play drums with those tongs. You're going to mess up those drums, dude. And he's like, it was weird. So that was pretty much the whole thing about the bus. But I think we were going to the Chinese demilitarized zone. Why do I think that? We go to this dentist place, and I think I dreamed this because recently I've been having some cold sensitivity when I drink water, and like my back right tooth kind of hurts a little bit, kind of sensitive to cold. So I dreamed that we went to this Chinese dentist. He was supposed to be really good, but real cheap, or something like that. And he actually wasn't real good. He was a fake dentist. He was fucking with me. And instead of like drilling out my, I don't know, what do you call those things? Your tooth? You have a cavity. Instead of drilling out the cavity, he just got a big drill bit. He's just drilling out my whole tooth. Like the whole, everything's just, he's making a big hole back here in the back of my tooth. I got mad at him. So he wasn't a real dentist. So that's about when I woke up, I think. It was weird. I was getting ripped off by a fake dentist after riding on a bus with Joe Rogan crew and Steve-O and some Asian lady and some other dude playing the drums with tongs. Yeah, pretty par for the course dream by T2. Also, just another news. I went ahead and I talked to my mom and dad about what they're going to get me for Christmas this year. I already told you about the fucking crossbow, didn't I? Fuck. Yeah, I did. I told you about that. Anyway, it's called a Bear Saga 405, I think is what the crossbow I'm getting. Because normally you want a crossbow that shoots like 300, 350 FPS and 100 to 150 pound draw weight or something like that. So this one is actually a little faster than that. It's like a 200 pound draw weight and it gets up to like 405 FPS. That's why it's called the 405. Plus the name of it is Saga. A Saga. So it sounds cool. It looks cool. It's got a scope, adjustable stock. It's got a quiver with arrows. It comes with all the bells and whistles. Seems very nice. So that'll be coming probably by October 1st or 5th or something like that. So I'll do an unboxing of that pretty soon. Plus I got some squirrel footage and another little squirrel cooking kind of video I just made. I'll put that up tomorrow. So that's what's up.